everyone, it's Amber and I have another craft fair idea for you. So this one I've been looking forward to showing you because one of my goals this year was to use up a bunch of my Project Life cards, and I was really inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, my sister Scrapper. Back around Valentine's Day, she did a video where she had a bunch of 3x4 cut-aparts from a paper collection that she kind of wanted to use up. So she made little mini note cards, and that's just what I've done here. So I took that idea back around Valentine's Day, like I said, and I used a paper collection and I made a bunch of little mini love notes is what I called them. And I'm going to link that video below if you missed it. But I did do a tutorial on that video, and I was excited to do this for the craft fair. I got a lot done here, but I really want to do a lot more, and I could just make these things forever. So we are going to do a tutorial here on this video as well. It's super simple. These are another $1 item, and I'm going to show you how I package them up. I do 2 to a pack, and we're going to make an envelope to go with each card. So I can't wait to show you. I'm not going to take you through each and every one because I made so many, but I'm going to give you like a sneak peek close-up of a bunch of them, and then I'm going to show you all the materials you're going to need and everything. But I just think these are so cute. Let me pull one out here. This is one of my favorites. It's the hummingbird, and it's so pretty, and I'm going to show you the paper collection that I used. So that's just a tip. If you have a Project Life core kit like I did, so I had this Project Life core kit right here, and look how many are still left. This is the one I used. I made so many cards, and these are still left. So I have this core kit, and I have the paper pad to go with it. So this is the Amy Tangerine Better Together edition, and I have the 12x12 paper. So the good thing about this is it uses up a lot of paper because that's what we make the envelopes out of, and that it uses up a lot of your Project Life cards as well because each card has one Project Life card on it. So I did go ahead and make some envelopes as well, and I'm going to do this craft fair video a little different than my others because I don't have these packaged up yet. I wanted to kind of show you on video how I was packaging them, and I'm still making envelopes like crazy. Here's 4 of them that I made, and so I'm going to show you how they go, how they look in here, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've got you kind of zoomed in because I just want to show you an example of how these are going to look. So here's one. This is super cute. Here's just a little 4x3 note card, you know, to stick with a gift or to put a little gift card in here. And all I did was decorate a little bit with the strip of the paper from the paper pad that matched, you know, the Project Life card. And then I made an envelope to go with it. So these envelopes, I used my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. And that is one of my favorite tools in my craft room. I use it all the time, and I use it for everything. And I'm going to be using it some more on some upcoming craft fair ideas for things that are not quite the traditional envelope. So you'll see. But this is how it fits in. It's super cute. And it's just adorable. I just think that is so cute. And then I'm gonna sell these 2 to a pack for $1. So again, this is another $1 grab item. I love having them. They go so fast. And I could just make these cards for days. Like, they're so easy and they go so super fast. So let me show you a couple of these up close, and then we'll get started on showing you the materials and the tutorial. So as I was saying, you can use a paper collection for this idea and just use because a lot of paper collections come with 3x4 cut-aparts. But if you have Project Life cards, this is a great way to use them up. You can just make a bunch of little note cards. So here's just a few that I've made. And I just think these images are so adorable. They just make a little piece of art all on their own. And they're so unique. This is an Amy Tangerine collection, again, called Better Together. So I'm just showing you a few here. Look at that one. So here's just a few. Like I said, I'm not going to show you every single one because the video will be so long. And then here's some like horizontal style ones. Sat there with my sister. We just, you know, chatted. She was making one of her crafts and I was making a bunch of cards. So let me show you how I package these up. And here it is. This is how I package these cute things up. So these are going to just be little $1 grab items. So here's a card, and there's 2 envelopes nestled in the middle. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'll give you a close-up. So there's a card there, and then the 2 envelopes are nestled in the middle, and I think they're so cute. 2 for $1, that means each of these are 50 cents. You get an envelope and a card. I just think that's a great craft fair grab item for $1, and these will move fast, I predict, because people love $1 items. So let me show you what I used to make these. Okay, so for the card, you are going to need a piece of cardstock, just plain solid cardstock, that measures 8.5 by 3 1/4. And I just folded mine in half. I scored it down the middle, actually. You don't have to. You can just simply fold it in half and then crease it with your bone folder. And that's your card base. And then you're gonna need a Project Life card for the front. And these measure 3 by 4. And the little accent on the inside, this is a piece of scrapbook paper, and it measures 3/4 by 3 1/4. So that's for the card. Now for the envelope, for this size card, so this card is going to end up measuring 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So you're gonna need to cut your scrapbook paper or your cardstock or whatever you're making your envelope out of. You can even use regular printer paper for this. You can use anything to make these envelopes. So you need to cut that piece down for your envelope down to 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. And so yes, you're only going to be able to get one out of one 12 by 12 sheet, but you will have scraps left for other projects. Okay, so the tools you're going to need is an ATG gun or any like double-sided adhesive, an envelope punch board, and if you don't have one of these, I truly really recommend you getting one. Just make the investment because you'll be able to make endless amounts of envelopes and other things. I'm going to be doing some fun other projects with this in my craft fair series coming up very soon, and they're not your traditional envelopes, so just stay tuned for that. This is linked in my Amazon storefront, and it's a pretty good price. So go ahead and just click on my Amazon storefront. I'll leave the link right below in the description, and go to my tools list, and this will come up. And you can order that, and it's on Prime and everything. And then you're going to need a corner rounder. This one here is also linked in my store. And a bone folder, and pretty much you're good to go. First thing you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and prep your little cardstock here. So if you haven't already folded in half, go ahead and do that. Crease it here really nice with your bone folder. And then what you're going to do, because the Project Life card is, the corners are all rounded on Project Life cards, you're going to go ahead and round all these corners. Now if you're using a paper collection and you're just doing the cut-aparts, you don't have to round the corners, but you can, it's optional. So I just take my 1/4 inch side of this corner chomper and I just double it up here and I just chomp all my corners. Super easy. This thing makes it so easy. So now you've got this cute little card base and you're like seriously halfway there. Then all you do is go ahead and measure this on here, and it's going to fit exactly in the center. And look, it's already coming together. How cute. So then all you do is literally just slap on some glue and put it on your card. I like to get the edges just so it doesn't come up. And then I like to kind of measure it this way so I can see where the corners are. And then just put it on there. And these go so fast. Like I was mass producing these babies like crazy. So there's your little card, and then I like to be a little extra and put a little accent of paper in here. So I just took the same pattern that I'm using to make my envelope, and I cut a little piece off that measures 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm just going to put it right there. You can totally omit this. You can decorate the inside more. It's up to you. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. And there we go. The card is all done. So there's one card. And then you need to make an envelope for it. So let me show you how you use this thing. It's so easy. So what you do on these, if you haven't used them, and I'm not going to do like an in-depth tutorial of this, but basically you check your card size. So my card is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So you need to go find your card size here. It's so easy. So the closest I could get is 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. That's the closest I could get. They didn't have a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 card size. So for 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, I go to the paper size, which is what I cut my paper at, and it's 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then the next little line on the column is where you score at. So it's 3. So that's where you start. That's your little starting point. So you stick your paper in here and you go to 3. Here's the 3, that's 3 inches. That means you score, and every time you score, you punch. So what I do, let me just see if I can get in frame here. We're at 3 inches, so I punch, and there's a little groove right here lined up, and score. Make sure you give it a good score. And then you turn it, and you no longer measure anything. Now all you do is you take your little notch that's coming out right here, this little notch right here, and you line it up with your existing score line when you do a quarter turn. So let me show you again. Here's where we punched and scored, then you turn it a quarter turn. You line the little notch up with your existing score line, punch, and score. Quarter turn, line it up with the existing score line, punch, and score. Do it again, one last time, line it up with that existing score line, punch, and score. I could make envelopes for days. I absolutely love it. There's something like really satisfying about it. I don't know what it is. But anyways, so then you have your little template here. You're done with your scoring. And now all you do is in the back of this little punch thing, there's a corner rounder. So you can use it to round. I only round these 2 corners because they're the only ones that are going to be showing. This one and this one. So you just stick it in there and punch, and your little corner is rounded. And then you just turn it around, do the same thing, punch, and you have a rounded corner. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to fold this on the score lines. So find all your score lines and just fold on your score lines. And you can take your bone folder, and I said this before in another video because I'm just discovering it lately, that American Crafts paper is amazing. It doesn't crack, it's so smooth, and Amy Tan is American Crafts, so just recommending their paper because this, you always have like cracking issues when you use the envelope punch board on like some of the other paper lines, but this one does not crack. It's so smooth and it folds really nice, so I just thought I'd throw that little tip out there. So then all you do is you form it into its envelope. See how it's coming together? So all you do is you're now just going to add adhesive here and here. So just add right here, add right here, and you're good. Now the reason you don't want to add it here is because there's no way to measure how far this goes up, and you don't want to glue this to the paper. So here we go. And now you just want to burnish it with your bone folder, and you've got your envelope. Isn't that cute? And I don't put anything here because I don't know how people are going to use these, if they're going to like tuck it in there or if they're going to, you know, want to tape it down with washi tape. I don't know. So I just leave it like this. So then you just, here's how the little card looks in here. So I think it's a really cute fit. It looks really nice. And imagine just giving this to somebody on a little gift or just writing them a cute note. So these are going to be 2 for $1 at my craft fair. And that's how you do it. Okay, so I've got my 2 envelopes, my 2 little note cards, and we're going to package this thing up. The size bags that I'm using is right here, and they're from clearbags.com. I will link these below, and you can use a coupon code that's right here, Lyric10, and get 10% off your order. So this is super easy. I mean, this is like the easiest project ever. So you just take the envelopes. I like to have the flap sides on the outside. So you just do this, you match the card up with the right envelope, turn it around, match that card up with that envelope, and make sure you put it in right, because I want this one to show because I kind of like it better. So I just want that in the front, so just go ahead and slip it in your little plastic sleeve and just make sure it's how you want it. And that's seriously it, you guys. These are going to be super popular at your craft fair, I hope. They're little $1 items, and I just think they're super adorable. I got all these cards made that you saw. I've got all these lots and lots of cards made. I can make more. I can make endless amounts of these because I have so many Project Life kits. It's not even funny. I need to start making more of these. My sister Scrapper was such an inspiration for this project, and look I'm going to be making envelopes all night because it's going to be so fun. I've already cut all this paper down. Look at all that paper I cut down. So those are all my papers I cut down to make a bunch of envelopes for these cards, and then I'm going to package them up. It's going to take me no time at all because this goes so fast. Thank you so much for watching this super quick craft fair idea. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some inspiration to go make some of these. And if anything, I hope you got inspiration to pick up that envelope punch board, because I can't tell you how fun it is to just sit here and make a bunch of envelopes. It's so therapeutic, and I just love it. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I just want to say one quick thing before we go. This project and then a couple, either one or two more, are going to be probably my last non-seasonal projects, because I've got to get full into the fall videos and the Christmas videos, because yes, I know Christmas is still, you know, 3 months away and over 3 months away, and fall hasn't even officially gotten here yet. But for craft fair people, you know what I'm talking about. You got to get those items stocked in your inventory. So just be on the lookout for those. I do have a couple more cutesy items like this coming up, but be on the lookout for some major seasonal items coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody's support, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!